Hey, how you doing today? My name is King42, and today we're going to be speaking about working with the pen tool, direct selection tool, and what we're going to be looking at is looking at the skeleton of the actual graphics that you decided to work on. And here I'm showing some of the stuff that I've done previously, and what I'm going to do is set up a new artboard. So bear with me while I get this new artboard ready to rock and roll. Let's type in Stewie. That's going to be the name of the character I'm working on, because I know I have something that needs to be fixed on this character, because I did this graphics just so that I can post on one of my social media sites. So I did it quickly, and I'm going to look at it internally as far as the skeleton of it and make sure that it's actually absolutely perfect if I ever wanted to make a shirt graphic or anything or something of that sort, of that nature, excuse me. So let's choose this face, copy it, paste it, let me resize it. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually set up maybe 2 to 3 layers here, and I'll explain that in a minute. All right, okay, let's take this group right here. This is a group of Stewie that I have. I'm gonna select layer 2 and paste it. Turn that layer off. Let's work on layer 3 now. Let's go back to my 42 AI file and let's choose those beautiful popish glasses that I have here. These are what I call my King 42 Wool 42 glasses that I made up. Okay, now that we have all 3 layers ready, let's look at this graphic. I'm going to resize it so that we can get it as big as possible, but it fits just right so we can see all the lines when we are going to hit Command Y. So as you see here, look what we have. We have a problem. We have the fill of the mouth. It's unproportioned. It's not even. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you by hitting Command Y, and I'm going to take Direct Selection Tool and start to move the anchors around so it will be lined up with the mouth. Ain't that something? Being that the graphics were so small, you could not see the details. But if you were doing this on a poster or a shirt, you would definitely see some leakage of the cream color where it should be a fill of black, meaning the mouth. So right here, I'm going to take this point and try to even it up with the mouth, outline of the mouth. That looks almost perfect. Pretty good, not bad, not bad. I'm just going to take the handle of this next part of the fill of the mouth and try to even it out either on the top left or on the bottom right. So after assessing the situation, or I have it on color, then I'm going to size the top left of the mouth and then work my way from here on the left all the way to the bottom. on the right here. So as you notice, I have space down there. So stretch that out. And what it looks like we might have to do is add points to the path so that we can properly set the graphics. Just bear with me while I figure this out, and I will explain the steps as I'm going. So I'm going to pull this out because I'm going to use this box, this window, and I'm going to add anchor point. Where I'm going to start adding anchor points is on the bottom. The best thing to do is after adding, instead of hitting your arrow key on your actual keypad, the best to do is to use direct selection tool, and it allows you to move that particular anchor point instead of moving all the anchor points. So that's why it's called direct selection tool. I bet you knew that too. So as we journey through, it looks like we have to add more anchor points to the path. Let's move that up and size this here. So typically work from the bottom. I chose to work from the bottom up. This looks pretty good, you know, as far as to the naked, untrained eye. But let's work this particular graphics. We like that to be the best as we can. You always want to strive for excellence when it comes down to graphics and dealing with clients, giving them the best kind of work you can. It's very important. What I did here is I selected swap the fill, where the fill and the outline, just to see if everything's lined up properly. But I noticed something. There's still much space here. So what I'm going to do is add more. Just to get it perfect. So bear with me as I have both paths meet right pretty much as possible right on top of each other. Let's say that at least. Sometimes it calls to hit Command Y to go from the skeleton of the artwork, like a blueprint, to the color. Gives you an idea of what is what. And what I see here is I noticed that my fill of the mouth was, the outline was the stroke of the outline was at 1 point. So I changed it to 0.25 so that I could further investigate the artwork. Okay. This is almost done up here. It's just about perfect right here. Now the only thing we have here is to follow the line . Another way you could tell what path you're working with, in the appearance box to my right, it tells me the stroke is 1 point. So I'm trying to investigate here if it's the actual mouth filled or just the outline of the mouth where Stewie's opening his mouth laughing. And it's definitely 0.462 of the stroke, which is on the bottom right where it says appearance. Tells you the stroke size. Let's fix that. It's almost done. So all I'm doing is adding another anchor point to the path. I want to try to get this as close as possible. You notice that particular stroke is at 1 point. Eventually I'm going to change that here. Yeah, almost done. Just a little bit more work. Finesse of the anchor points and the paths. I think we're pretty much done here. See something. Let's bring that down a little bit. It's looking good on this side. Something to the naked eye I can't really see, but I can see it here in my hitting Command Y skeleton, making sure that my paths are all aligned evenly. So what I'm going to do now is my stroke, knocked it out and just kind of see how it's looking. Put back the stroke by Command Z. Now we're gonna have to thank you for stopping by. Got further things to look at.